Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4 Kaiserreich with me, Alpha Pi Omega, and German Empire. So in the last episode we have unfortunately been defeated in Argentina, and despite our best efforts, it has been annexed by the Patagonian Workers' Front. As I mentioned, it was most likely due to the fact that we came too late, and also because, despite eliminating many of the units, the front broke on many levels, and the AI wasn't able to resist anymore. But on the positive note, we are helping Southwest Africa to gain more territory from Ovambo and Omaheke, and we've also sent our units to help the two Sicilies. It seems like Italy might not fall into socialism at all. It might actually resist socialism, and with the help of our units, they might actually fall into, social democracy. Okay, they're gonna fall into social democracy. We're gonna see how that's gonna go. I'm tempted to push as hard as I can in this front and make sure that they win, because that would mean that France and Britain lose a very big ally. I remember that during the Austrian-Hungarian campaign, the Socialist Republic of Italy actually annexed two Sicilies and the Italian Republic, and thus when the war broke out, they joined on the side of they're not totalists, they're syndicalist. I guess syndicalist or totalist, depending on how you look at that. We've already established that Kingdom of Spain is going to be our ally in the upcoming months and years, so I'm really happy about that. They're part of the Mitteleuropa Pact, so hopefully we're gonna keep them there. Anyway, right now we have the event, the Copenhagen Conference. It is already a small victory that Germany, Britain and France have accepted to meet in peaceful terms. The delegations have met in Copenhagen, hosted by King Christian X, and have decided to talk through the most pressing issues between the countries and seek solutions for them. Russia has sent an observer, but they denounced the negotiations themselves as a mere ploy by Germany to play for time. Austria, however, is represented by charismatic Count Richard von Kodhove-Kalergi, who has been for some time one of the leading figures among pan-European peace movements. The German delegation is led by the star of their diplomatic service, Adolf Georg von Malzahn. The French and British delegations are led by Leon Blum, the old Leon, and Harold Nicholson, respectively. Despite radical differences between the respective governments of the participants, it does seem like the talks started out in good faith. The most pressing issue for Germany is Internationale's covert support to militant socialists in Germany and their allies. This was countered by Britain arguing that Germany is, if not cooperative with, then at least accepting towards the Entente powers, which are openly hostile to the Internationale. A deal was proposed where Internationale withdraws from supporting openly violent groups in Europe, and Germany restricts their cooperation and trade with the Entente. In addition, both sides would agree to honor the neutrality of third countries and defer from any aggressions towards them. Further transfers of military forces to the Franco-German border would be stopped, and a plan for possible de-escalation of the entire border region was set to be discussed in the future. Additionally, both Britain and Germany agreed to reduce the amount of their submarines and long-range strategic bombers, as long as the other party will do the same. So, we can either accept giving us 25 political power or absolutely no. I'm gonna accept that. We're playing for time here. Agreement reached in Copenhagen. After days of intense debating and multiple threats by the French delegates to walk away from the negotiations, a compromise was eventually reached. The controversial agreement was received with relief across Europe, even though very few believed that it would bring lasting peace. Still, a small step towards avoiding the looming war is better than no step at all. Unsurprisingly, hawks in Germany and France have denounced the treaty. The loudest voices in the DVLP have branded the German delegation as socialist sympathizers and traitors, and more radical forces in syndicalist politics have been equally uncompromising. Nonetheless, both sides have committed to at least attempt to follow follow the de-escalation measures laid out in the treaty. So we get additional 25 political power, and world tensions are decreased by 15. Cool. So at least we have bought some time. And the success of Copenhagen Conference. Surprising agreement was reached in Copenhagen after a period of intense negotiations between Germany, Commune of France and Union of Britain. Those seeking to prevent another Weltkrieg organized conference to ease the tensions between the great powers. Under Austrian mediation, both sides agreed to limit their military buildup in the Franco-German border and limit the amount of strategic bombers and submarines that would be operational. In addition, the Internationale agreed to reduce their support to revolutionary movements in Germany, while Germany promised to reduce their cooperation with the Entente powers. Russia denounced the negotiations as German attempt to play for time and have only increased their military buildup. German warmongering. Well, you know you have reached a nice compromise when everyone is unhappy. Okay, you guys are fighting. You guys have eliminated them, so you can take this territory in 7 hours, good. And we're finishing the Pack 1. Okay, it's just a Pack 1. Ah, okay, wait, that was artillery research. So Pack 1 and then Pack 2. And then the economic resurgence. So 4 more military factories, that's gonna be good. Okay, I think this might end the war, yeah. Southwest Africa took 1 state. Ovamboland was annexed and 176 equipment was seized. So you guys ought to really join the Metro Europa now or something, because I really hate the idea of you not doing that, and this was for naught. But at least you get a military factory and you have some divisions there. So we'll see how that's gonna go. By the way, I love this song. This one I have connected with Last Days of Europe. The Fall of Rome. What the hell? They landed their forces there. Jesus Christ. Well, how bad is that? We need to retake that one immediately. What's your flag? No, this is Greece. Yep, the War for Unification. Okay, once we get these guys defeated, I am moving my troops back and we're eliminating these forces. Today, a general commanding Italian forces secured the surrender of the Eternal City. For days beforehand, Italian troops had fought through the suburbs, and while some of the swampy areas were still under Sicilian control, the major highway through the center of Rome and the Vatican City was completely locked down. Sicilian soldiers have been seen dispersing into the low foothills surrounding the ancient capital of the Roman Empire. The Socialist Republic of Italy has been careful to announce that special military police are on hand in the city to prevent the looting of St. Peter's Basilica and the Pantheon, and they are in negotiations with the Pope to see what autonomy the Vatican can retain while under Italian occupation. None, I tell you. Okay, defeat these guys immediately, and we're sending you back home. The Italian Republic. Oh, nice! Go, 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 guys. That is the right time to strike. Okay, and we are going back here to secure Rome and eliminate these fools. Actually, can I send volunteers to you? We can. I can send the next tank division. Okay, so I'm gonna do that, because we will then have 3 divisions fighting against the enemy. Emirate of Cyrenaica has joined the Cairo Pact. Cairo Pact? Okay, Emirate of Cyrenaica, so they got... Ooh, so that's pretty much Egypt and Libya. And you guys are at war with someone? No. Okay, interesting. Okay, we'll retake Rome, eliminate these guys, and then destroy these. We need to be swift though. Yeah, okay. Italy is already sending units there, so that's good. The moment the tanks join, this is done, because that's hills. And they won't really have Or maybe they will. What the hell is going on here? Again, is it night? No. Sometimes, for some reason, our forces have unbelievably low impact. And in some other times, they are way better. I don't understand the logic behind that. Okay. Oh, it's not PEC 2, it's PECI 1 and PECI 2. The program for the Erweiterung Kriegswichtige Industrien, or abbreviated PEKI, but who would want to abbreviate such a good German word, is making progress. At least our arsenal don't have to open their last reserves whenever a unit wants to move out anymore. There's still some way to go, but at least we are on the right path. Cool, so how's it going now? We got 3 factories working on the flags. We got 4 factories working on the anti-tank. We got 8 factories working on the heavy tanks. Okay, that's good. We're definitely gonna move to at least 1 per day soon. And you know what? I think we ought to start remaking the light tanks, because those are way... I mean... Now we discussed that we are gonna deal with the header panzer. Okay, let's do that one first. So if we give you the cast armor, and the issue is the reliability, so I need to... Wait, if I changed you for small cannon, it would be good, but then the the reliability is way too low. No, we need to keep this one as... Yeah, additional machine gun doesn't really work. It has to be the heavy machine gun. Wait, what does this additional defense and soft attack? Okay, so heavy machine gun. So like this, reliability is 80, soft attack drops it by 9, but hard attack increases by 15, piercing by 80, armor by 15, breakthrough by 2.6, and defense by 2.4. So this is gonna be the Heer Panzerwagen 2 Ausführung B. Okay, and save it. And we're gonna put it up to production. I think that the conversion is not at all. Conversion 26, and the production of the old one was how much? 21. Yeah, that doesn't... I mean, we don't even have any, so why the hell would we do this? So let's push you off for production. Is probably... Yeah, it's gonna kill the production, and we're producing way less of them, but they're gonna be way better. So that's how we have to look at that. Okay, and we are short on chromium. Germany, East Asia, give us that. Okay, can someone explain to me how is this even possible? Okay, guys, we gain... You are gonna have the priority here. So wait, how was it? Yes, you get the priority in reinforcing. And this is a hills province. We should be able to easily push through. For some reason we weren't able to. We need to break behind and actually force the march down towards... Yeah, okay, so now we're joined by additional units. Cool. Okay, so, yep, this unit was either evacuated or something. Hey, and Southwest Africa wins the war. Southwest Africa has been embroiled in a civil war ever since Middle Africa collapsed, but they have beaten back the foolish natives. With the conflict over, Southwest Africa has invited us to establish rule over them once again. Once our delegates arrived, there were talks floating about reforming Middle Africa, but they remain rumors for now. Okay, so we have established a foothold. So you guys are now our colony. Led by Georg Kraut. Cool. So at least we have re-established something of a foothold. And I really hate this, come on. Okay, so this port has been removed and they're attacking Rome. And if we manage to get in here, we can launch the attack from north and retake Rome. Okay, we are actually getting attacked here. Why aren't you moving? Get in there. Okay, so the retaking of Rome, we are actually doing good job here. How's the industry going? We're building a bunch of civilian factories, that's really good. Research, okay, I think we have finished, yep, we finished 2 ships. The Hindenburg, that's an Admiral Hyper and Zerstörer. So 15, 15, 15. I think I'm gonna put the Zerstörer on the Erste Schlachtgeschwader, and you guys... Well, we have only 2 battleships on the Dritte Schlachtgeschwader, so I'm gonna send in the 2 Admiral Hippos that we have in production. And then we're gonna finish these off. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay, so we need to help in here. Of us joining, I think it should be fairly easy. Into India declared one on the Dutch East Indies. Oh no. Oh, we can actually join. Oh, we cannot. They will not accept our help. Is it because of the relations? Because... Okay. Well, I don't know who is going to win this. Authoritarian Democrats. Well, East Indies should win this, so maybe we can at least... Can we send them at least the material? Or are they... Yeah, okay, so we could start sending them material. We don't have all that much of it though. Okay. So we got you guys back. Yeah, the Republic is breaking through. Amazing. So let's send them a volunteer force under the command of Erich von Manstein. And have them deal with that. So our forces now... Yep, this is gonna be an elimination. They have nowhere to run to. So let's just finish the eliminating here and we can go north. The Insulindian National Revolution. Insulindia has been one of the oldest European colonies, coming under the rule of the Dutch government in 1800 and the rule of the Dutch East India Company far earlier. This state of affairs may not last much longer, however, as amid a background of growing instability and anger against the Dutch colonial overlord, Sukarno, one of the most influential figures in the Insulindian independence movement, led an armed uprising to drive out colonial forces and declared the beginning of the Insulindian National Revolution. Though the rebels face deficiencies in equipment and training compared to the Dutch, they have the advantage of fighting on their home terrain against an enemy that must supply its forces from thousands of miles away. Whoever wins, Insulindia has been changed forever. Well, I say we start sending them supplies. We will have 5 new divisions soon here. Okay, you guys now desperately need to rest. So let's send you to Rome. To rest. Yeah, and this is the end of the socialists in and I like it. They're still fighting in India. How's America? Still even. All these states are still even. No one is making the move for dominance. That is interesting. That is true, interesting. We're a bit short on heavy tanks, but we are starting to build the Heerpanzerwagen 2. Hellenic Socialist Republic has been captured. Okay. So there was a civil war in Greece? I didn't even notice that. Okay, let's get an advisor next. I don't think we can... Yeah, we cannot go to the war economy. But we can get an advisor. So what would help? War industry, Metro Europa advocate, infantry equipment, propaganda film. That would help everything. Consumer goods, factory output, research speed, political power gain, synthetic oil. No, that's not research. Railway construction. Oh wow, railway. Yeah, we really need the railway. Political power gain and stability. Wait, didn't we have the guy who was lowering... Yeah, he all got a shacht. So let's get him, even though we're getting him very late, but better late than never, I guess. And then we're gonna build... Okay, I can actually do it like this. It's better. Yep, I'm doing good. And Dutch East Indies are actually calling us to war against India. So we're gonna accept. But do we have any forces nearby? Can I call? I can call German East Asia, can't I? Yeah, German East Asia can be called. And anyone else that would be nearby? Nope. But I think we can call Sweden. Yeah, they're calling everyone pretty much, so that's good. And if German East Asia joins, they have a fairly big army and military and civilian presence here, so they will help to suppress this. I don't think we'll have to actually do anything there. Wait, what is happening here? Oh, did we... Oh, yes, because we entered war. Yep, we can no longer send volunteers. Okay. But I think this is pretty much decided now. With the elimination of some of the forces. Yep, that should be an easy task. Okay, so we got a new... army here. You guys are going to be the 5th Panzer Army, and we need to create a 6th. We have an infantry. No. Okay. So you are armored officer, you are nothing. Commando and winter specialist. Request skilled staffer. I think we're gonna use the winter specialist, because if we send you to the east, winter expert, yeah. It's gonna be good to have you there. So you are going to be the 6th Infantry Army. Is it Infantry Army? And I'm gonna assign you under the command of Army Corps Deutschland. And you guys are going to be under the 1st Army Group. Actually, you can join that one. And we'll put it under command of Erling von Manstein. And the commander here is gonna be Field Marshal Alfred von Vollard. And he's gonna get Offensive Doctrine, Charismatic, which is gonna be good, and it is going to be Army Corps. I think Zenta is like this. Cool, so we have created a new army here, and we got more factories. So let's actually put 2 of you on the here Panzerwagen, and we are actually starting to lose more tungsten. That sucks. But yeah, the heavy tanks are our bread and butter, and I think that we're gonna start the next episode. This is going to be a bit difficult to manage. There's too many things happening at once, but I think we can design Panzer I Ausführung B here and start converting our light tanks to something a bit more useful than what we see here. But considering the production cost is so low, I'm probably just gonna add little bits and pieces and keep the design untouched, and we're gonna design a good tank only once we get the 1946 light available, because that sounds like a good thing. Okay, so let's end this episode by the monarchy restored in Greece. After weeks of deliberation, the Greek government has decided to give the crown to King Georgios II, not to Alexandros I, who is still alive, but whom they feel should have always been the proper heir as Alexander's older brother, and who never received the crown in the first place due to his exile following the Weltkrieg. While there are lingering doubts as to his legitimacy, the government has assured the people that this fixes an error which had been made long before. The king spoke to a massive, cheering crowd in Athens after returning for the first time in many years, saying that Greece had finally returned to the path it was meant to be on, and vowed to work tirelessly to rebuild the country. Cool, so thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next episode. Oh no, are the socialists actually winning? Oh, if America descended into syndicalist hellhole, that would be interesting.